Hi, Alasha. Can anybody confirm quickly? Is my sound is audible?
Audible, sir.
Okay. So from today we are going to start with the Jenkins. Okay. First we are going to see the installation of Jenkins. Okay. Then we'll see how to create a job. These all things we'll try to discuss one by one. So you have to refer this document. Okay. And the first thing what you have to do is you have to launch a EC2 instance with Amazon EMA. Okay. And in the security group, one changes you have to do, you have to open the all traffic. Okay. So just what you have to do is you have to launch an instance, choose the machine name. I'm giving this machine name as Jenkins Cloud 19, Amazon Linux. Okay. Instance type, keep here you can select. So in the network setting, make sure you're going in the edit section, coming down, and here you are adding a security group role. And here you will be selecting all traffic. Okay, and source type anywhere. Okay, so this thing just keep in mind you have to do it. Okay, and that's all. Simply click on launch instance. So you launched a EC2 instance with all security group open. Okay. Now what we have to do is we have to go inside that machine. Okay, whatever the newly launched machine, I have to go inside that. So I'm quickly connecting using 40. Okay, we connected to that newly launched machine. Okay, the first thing what you have to do is you have to become the root user. Okay. Now in this machine, we have to install the Jenkins. Okay, that is our final goal. So to install the Jenkins, you have to follow some steps. Okay. So there is a website. This is the official documentation of the Jenkins. There they are talking us that how you are going to install the Jenkins on top of the AWS machine. If you open this page, okay, you'll see that in this page they are clearly showing you a step-by-step guide, like you have to create a key pair, you have to create a security group, you have to launch a EC2 instance, right? Then how to connect with the EC2 instance using Putty software. They are giving you all the details. And after doing all these things we already done, okay, we already connected with the Putty, then you have to follow these all steps. Okay. So you will be start copying the command from here. Okay, and you will be just start to pasting it. This is official documentation. They are saying us to follow this step to install the Jenkins. So we are going to follow the exact same step. So first you will hit this command. Okay, currently there is no software mark for update. Then they are asking us to download a repository for Jenkins. Okay, so simply just copy this also and paste it. Okay, repository also downloaded. Then the third step, they are saying that you have to import this Jenkins key. Okay, so simply again copy this and paste it. Every step you have to do one by one. Okay, after doing this sudo yum upgrade. Okay, so it is started to come with the Jenkins. Now, before installing the Jenkins, we should install the Java also. Okay, because Java is the programming language in which Jenkins is written. Okay, so you have to hit this command install Java. Okay. Once the Jenkins is installed, then what you have to do is you have to enable the Jenkins and you have to start the Jenkins. Okay, that is the usual process we do. So simply enable the Jenkins. Systemctl enable Jenkins command is there. What happened? Just give me a second. Systemctl status Jenkins. Jenkins did not install. Just give me a second. I think I missed one command. You install Gen. Yeah, after this command we did not install the Jenkins. Okay, this command was missing. That's why that error was coming. I'm installing the Jenkins because after this I directly hit this command. This command took a step back forward. So let's hope that we are doing it. Jenkins is getting installed. Once the Jenkins is installed, you have to hit the command systemctl enable Jenkins. Then you have to hit the command called systemctl start Jenkins. It will start the Jenkins service. Once the Jenkins will be started, then you can check the status of Jenkins using the command systemctl status Jenkins. So let it be started. It will take few second time. Okay. Once the Jenkins is started, you can hit the command systemctl status Jenkins. And if it is coming running, that means your Jenkins is started. Okay. So we installed the Java, we installed the Jenkins in our machine. Jenkins is running also. Okay. How you can see the Jenkins? So to visualizing the Jenkins, what you have to do is you have to copy this public IP, okay, and you have to paste it in the browser, and you have to add caller 8080, okay, because port 8080 is the default port where Jenkins is working, okay, like our HTTP website was working on directly on the port 80. This one works on the port 8080. So I'll press enter. You'll see that we are getting some page here. That means Jenkins is coming. Okay. And they're saying currently your Jenkins is logged. Okay. So if you want that, you should unlock that Jenkins. So you have to go to this location. You have to read some password written there. Okay. And that you have to paste it here. Okay. So simply say here that I want to go to this location cd/var/lib/Jenkins. Okay. In this folder, if you see where lib Jenkins inside the secrets initial admin password. Okay, actually we don't have to do cd, we have to do cat. Actually we're directly reading initial admin password, press enter. So there is a password is coming. Simply I have to copy this password. Okay, and I have to paste it here. Okay, once you will, basically they are just showing you that you have to go to this location, you have to read that file. Okay, whatever the password is here, that password you have to paste it here. Simply click on continue. Now they are saying us that you are going to customize the Jenkins. Okay, so you automatically want to select some plugin to install, or you want to install by default suggested plugin. Okay, so we are going to option with the install suggested plugin. I will just click on this. Automatically they will go there and they are downloading some plugins here. Okay, by default. Okay, and whatever the plugin is unavailable, that will be going to download manually as we proceed with this training. So currently it is getting downloaded. Okay. And if you see whatever the things we done till now, everything is screenshot is there. Okay, all the commands, whatever we hit. Okay. Reading this file for initial admin password. Once that is done, you have to open this website. Open the port 8080. Okay, you will be able to see this page. You have to go to this location, copy this administrator password, paste it here, click on continue. Then you have to click on install suggested plugin. Okay. Once you click on install suggested plugin, this is the page currently it is happening. Okay. Once everything will be installed, you will be going to see this page. Okay. So let's wait for that. Three plugin is already installed. And what is the plugin that I already explained to you yesterday? Okay, it is just like a plug and play like feature.
Just a quick question. Uh,
Yeah.
do the plugin has to vary by the application code? So, for instance, these plugins would be helpful for a Java-based application, or we need separate plugins for a .NET application.
No, separate application, separate plugin as per your use cases. Okay, like for Java, if you do the build with the Maven, okay, so we have to download the Maven plugin. Okay.
Okay.
Similarly, for the .NET application, whatever the build tool you are going to use, that build tool you have to download like that.
Just one more, and in a like a typical corporate manner, when you work in a DevOps role, would you install all these like Docker, Jenkins, all these tools on a separate host, or same host, or separate host in EC2s? So would you have them one or two on the same host, or you will have them all separately installed?
It will be separately, like Jenkins will be running on different EC2 instance, your web server will be running on different, Docker will be running on different, Kubernetes cluster
Okay.
will be different, like this.
Okay. Thank you.
Hmm. We'll be going to seeing the example from this is our Jenkins EC2 instance machine. From this machine, we'll be going to configure some different web server machine. We'll be going to see how to configure the different Tomcat server machine that will be running on some different EC2 instance. Okay, so we'll see how our Jenkins will be able to communicate with different machines. Just will say you that try to do practical, like after every classes, whatever the steps we did, do it practically. So you'll get more idea and any confusion you can ask me in the next class. Like that. Because Jenkins is more towards practical. More and more you'll do practical, more and more you'll be able to understand. And you'll be seeing that next 3 to 4 days we'll be seeing 3 to 4 projects. Every day new project will be coming. So just focus on this. It will take time. This installation around 3 to 4 minutes time. Okay. Okay, so that installation is completed. Now here we have to fill all these details. The first thing you'll be filling here the username. So I'm going to select a username as admin. Okay, so whatever the username, whatever the password you are selecting, just remember that because this is going to help you to log into your Jenkins. Okay, so just use some simple password that you can remember. Okay. Because if you forgot that, then again you have to install entire Jenkins again. Okay, you can give some random email also. Okay, it's totally on you. Simply click on save and continue. So we selected admin, we selected the password. They are saying that this is the location where you will be accessing the Jenkins. Click on save and finish. They are saying start using Jenkins. Just click on that. So this is the Jenkins dashboard, how it looks like. Okay. So like if I'll close this, take an example. Okay. And if I'm again opening this public IP and giving the port 8080, currently it is login directly. Let me log out. See, whenever you will be doing from the next time, you'll be seeing this type of the login page first. Here you'll be writing the admin, then whatever the password you selected, and you'll be click on sign in. So this is the page. Okay, Jenkins page. Once you are getting this page, then you are ready to configure the Jenkins. Okay, to create your first job, everything. So after getting this page, okay, we are going to see the first normal page. Okay, like how to run some few commands, okay, with the help of the Jenkins. So to create a first simple job, what you have to do is you have to click on create a job. Okay, either you can click here or you can go in the new item and there you can do it. So simply click here, create a job. In this create a job, you can give the project name or something. Okay, so like take an example, we are following the document only. So just give the exact same name, test job freestyle project. Okay, so test job, something like this. And you have to select the freestyle project. Okay, when to use pipeline, when to use multi-branch, these all things will be going to know. So test job, click on OK after selecting the freestyle project. Now the first thing they will ask you the description. Okay, you can write anything inside this like running basic Linux command. Okay, that's all. Come down, click on this build step and say that I want to run some commands. Okay, you'll be running some command where? You'll be running some command in the execute cell. See, execute Windows batch command, that means you are going to run it on the Windows machine. Execute cell means you are running on the Linux machine. Currently, our Jenkins is running on the Linux. So we'll be hitting the execute cell. Okay, in the execute cell, they are saying that you have to write the commands of whatever the commands you want. Okay, so all of you know that some Linux command, right? Like there is a Linux command called pwd. There is a Linux command called date. Okay, there is a Linux command called cal. Uh, Linux command called touch file one. Okay, so it will create a file with the name file one and ls like that. Okay, so this many commands I did. 5 commands in total. Okay, and before running that commands, let me come here. Clear it all. Okay, so these all things also I will show you parallelly. So I written the commands. I written the description. That's all. And how I written the command came in the build step. Selected the execute cell, and inside that I written the command. After writing the command, simply click on apply and click on save. Okay, first click on apply, then click on save. Now, once you've done this, your test job is created. Okay, your project is created with the name test job. Now, to run this project, what you have to do is simply you have to click on build now. Okay, simply you have to click on build now. You'll see that hashtag one, it is coming in the green color. That means your project is successfully built. Since you just ask him to run 3 to 4 Linux commands, so they quickly run it. And to see the output, what I done, I clicked on here, this down arrow, console output, and see, we are getting the answer. The first command I said them that you have to run a pwd command. So they say I got the pwd command output, this one. Then I said you have to run the date command, you have to run the cal command, you have to create a file touch file1, then you have to do ls, file1 is created, and since everything is success, that's why it is showing as finished success. Okay, if this is the exact same file, okay, if they created the file one, so if I'll come to this location, okay, cd slash where slash lib slash Jenkins, by default, okay, by default, whatever the project you are doing, okay, that project is getting created inside this location where live Jenkins workspace. Okay, this is the workspace location where Jenkins is going to do everything. So when you created a job with the name test job, okay, so they created a directory here. If you go inside this test job directory, you'll see that there is a file one is created. From where this file one is created? File one is created with this job running. Okay, I hit the command touch file one. That's why they created it. Similarly, if somebody want to run it, then simply will again click on build now. Hashtag 2 build is going to happen. So hashtag 1, that means you are first time building it. Hashtag 2, that means you are second time building it. So you say that the latest output will come, that latest time will be visible. Okay. Similarly, if I am going to do tomorrow, so they will be seeing some different calendar, something like that. Okay. File one was already created. So like this way, they are doing the exact same thing. Okay. So to run this, just you have to click on build now. And if you'll go to the dashboard section, you will clearly see that there is a project there with the name test job. Last time you run 29-second ago. At no time it was failed. Every time it was success only. That's why failure not available. And whenever you run the hashtag to build, that time it took around 55 milliseconds to complete the entire build. Okay, it is less than a second. So this is the things they are doing. So this is the way how you are going to run the simple Jenkins job. Okay, now you are getting that what Jenkins can do. Whatever I will tell to the Jenkins will go to that machine. Okay, they will run all the command and they will show us the output at this location, console output part. Okay, and they will show us all the things. Is this clear? This part? Simple Java. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. After a simple job, we are going to see now our final goal is to create a GitHub integrated web server job. Okay, so to create a GitHub integrated web server job, we have to follow some steps. Okay, what are the steps you have to follow? So say first you have to go to this repository. Okay, so if I'll open quickly this repository, this is the repository. Here you have to go. Okay, in this repository, I just created a index.html page. Okay, and in this page, I just written a HTML code. That's all. Okay. What I want to do is, okay, I want to host this website, whatever the content written in this website. Okay, index.html things that I want to host it in on some web server. Okay, how we can do it? So you know that the usual process is will be going to launch a EC2 instance. Okay, the usual thing, and we'll give the name something like Web Jenkins Cloud 19. Okay, something like the sign name given. And our final goal is to host a web server, right? So we have to install the HTTPD software, we have to start the HTTPD, everything we have to do manually. Or else what we can do is we already created a image, right? So if we'll go in my AMI section, all of you created the custom image, right? Anybody here who still did not create it? Custom image in the load balancer section we created, right? In which already HTTPD, PHP, all everything was installed. Remember? Yes or no?
Yes, sir. We created also and we deleted, sir.
Custom image you deleted.
Yes, sir. Someone actually informed me that it will be charged, so I deleted. So let me, I'll create today today, sir.
Yeah, okay. See, up to 4 to 5 images, it is totally free. Okay. After that, it is
Okay, sure.
charged.
Yeah, sure, sir.
So I'm selecting that. Once that image you selected, instance type again the same thing, everything will be there. Just make sure in place of Amazon limits, we have to select that particular image. Okay, in which already HTTP everything is installed. And here you have to make sure allow HTTP traffic should be enabled. Why? Because it is going to run on port 80, and that's all. Simply launch the instance. Once you will launch the instance, you will going to see some content here. Let it be first running. Okay, this is running. So if I'll copy this public IP, okay, and I'll paste it in the browser, you will be able to see the website directly, right? But currently, this is the content coming. I don't want to see this content on this website. Okay, what I want is they should show this content index.html page, whatever the code written inside this. Okay, this code should be visible here. Okay, so how we can do it? So the one way is I will go inside this machine. The one way is I will go inside this machine using Putty software or something like I will go inside this machine SSH auth credential. Okay, and I will hit the command called sudo user root. Okay, and clear it all. And here the by default location at which our code was present was /bash/www/html. Okay, and we know that this index.php page content is getting visible here. Is that part is clear? That index.php from here only, it is going to be visible at this point, right? Everybody, this part, this website is coming from this location. Everybody know, right? Yes or no? Just try to give some confirmation in chat. Then only I can understand that all of you are understanding. Jenkins is totally on the practical. Okay. And these are the project which you are going to explain it in the resume that you done this project. So that's why. So all of you know, right? That this index.php content is only visible here or no? Have you forgotten everybody? See, this is the content, right? Background color powder blue. Welcome to DevOps training. I have config command. Now
Yes,
is it
yes,
clear?
yes, sir.
Okay. So if you want to show this website, okay, at this location, so what you can do is you have to, in place of this index.php, you have to paste the content here index.html, okay, and just copy paste this content and that will be visible, okay. But every time we have to do the changes, like again tomorrow developer will do some changes here, okay, again we have to manually come to this machine and manually we have to paste it here, okay. So this will be a time taking process, so I don't want to do that, okay. So for that what I want to achieve is every time when somebody is going to change the code here, Jenkins will take this code, okay, and Jenkins will log into this EC2 instance machine where our web server is running, okay, and they will copy this index.html page from here and they will paste it to this location index.html, and once they will paste it here, automatically that website is going to be visible here. That is our final. So to achieve this, okay, so what you have to do is first you have to log into that machine EC2 instance. You have to launch it from this image. If you don't have your own image created, you can use my this image also. By just searching on the AWS marketplace, you'll be able to see this image, okay. Make sure port 80 is opened, okay, then only it is going to work. Once login, after login, become the root user inside that machine. In which machine? In the web server one, not in the Jenkins machine, in the web server, the new machine which we create, okay, this one. So I become the root user. Once you become the root user, then you have to create a user. We are going to create a user with the name Jenkins Web. Okay, just remember that we are going to create a user with the name Jenkins Web, and we are setting the password something for the Jenkins Web. Just set some simple password so that you can remember. Okay. Once you set the username and password inside this new machine, okay, then what you have to do is you have to open a vi sudo file. In Ansible classes, do you remember we opened this sudo file for what purpose? Anybody remember that? Do you remember that what was the vi sudo file? No. Okay, so vi sudo file was containing some information. Okay, so if you remember that whatever the new user we created, Jenkins Web, okay, they don't have the sudo power. So we have to give them sudo power. That's why we are opening this file. And in this file, you have to find for the root. And after this root line, just add the username Jenkins Web, okay, that we created, and simply write exact same thing. All is equal to all and all. That's all. These things you have to write, okay, because this is going to give the sudo power to user Jenkins Web. That's all. And simply save this. Once you've given the sudo power to that particular user, then what you have to do is you have to open this file. Again, these things we already discussed in the Ansible lecture, so I don't want to spend that much time. So simply you have to open this file, vi/etc/ssh/sshd config. Okay. And inside this file, you have to do 3 changes. The first thing, you have to uncomment the permit root login line, this one, uncomment this line. Similarly, there will be a line called password authentication that you have to uncomment it. Password authentication, yes. And password authentication, no, this line you have to comment it. Okay. So these 3 changes you have to do and simply save this file. And after doing this, simply you have to hit the command called systemctl. I want to restart SSHD service. Okay, that's all. Once you've done this, then your setup is completed. Okay, this one. So till now, what we done, we created a user with the name Jenkins Web. We set the password for that. Then we open the sudo file. In that, we given the sudo permission for Jenkins Web. Then we open the SSHD config where we enable the password authentication and root login. Okay. Then we restarted the SSHD service. Then after this, what we are going to do is currently we are at this position, right? If I'll do ls-l, so this is the main directory, HTML1, pwd/var/www/html. Okay, inside this HTML only, we have to keep our all the code or whatever the content of the website I want to show. Okay, so currently who have the permission for this HTML? Okay, root have the permission. Okay, so since the root have the permissions, only root can write inside this file everything, right? As a normal user, they don't have the permission to do it. So what we are doing is we are changing the owner. We are changing the owner of this directory /var/www/html to the Jenkins Web. So chon, you have to change the owner to the Jenkins Web. Okay. For which directory? This directory /var/www/html. That's all. If we'll do this, you'll see that from the root, now the owner is changed to the Jenkins Web. So that is also done. Now this HTML directory owner is Jenkins Web. He can do anything inside this directory now. Okay. Now once up to here you already done. Okay. So now our from this side our work is completed. Currently index.php page is only present here. Okay. Now what you have to do is you have to go to the manage Jenkins section. Okay. You have to go to the manage Jenkins. Go to the dashboard. Click on manage Jenkins. Okay. Now we'll require some type of the plugins. Okay, that plugins we are going to download. So click on manage Jenkins, then you have to click on manage plugins. Okay, so simply come here and click on manage plugins. In the manage plugins, you have to go for the available plugins. Okay, available plugin is the location where we can search the plugin which we have to download. Okay, in the available plugin section, you have to download a plugin called Publish over SSH. Why this plugin? This this plugin is going to help you to do anything with the help of the SSH protocol. Okay, because from the Jenkins machine, see currently what are the scenario is there are 2 EC2 instances running. One is the Jenkins, one is the web Jenkins. So in the web Jenkins, currently our website is running. So what I'm telling to this Jenkins is that Jenkins, you have to take the code from the GitHub, okay, and whatever the code you will get it, that you have to paste it inside this machine. Okay, so how they will connect from this machine to this machine using the SSH protocol. Okay, and for that we'll require a plugin. That's why we are downloading a plugin called Publish over SSH. Simply select this and click on install without restart. Okay, simply click here, install without restart. So you'll see that currently it is in the pending state. So let it be downloaded. Okay, once the plugin is downloaded, okay, so you have to again come manage Jenkins section, and this time you have to go to the configure system as mentioned here. Install without restart. Okay, then you have to come to the manage Jenkins, go to the configure system again. Okay, so go to the Jenkins configure system. In this configure system, you have to find for the publish over SSH. That plugin, whatever I downloaded, that will be visible somewhere here. So just find for the publish over SSH. You'll see at the downside, this is a publish over SSH. Okay. In this publish over SSH section, what we are going to do is we are going to add a SSH server. Okay. So if I'm going to ask you that to connect from one machine to another machine, okay, using SSH protocol, what are the things you require? Anybody? Like if I want to connect from your local laptop to the EC2 instances running in the AWS, what are the things you require? We always do, right? Using the PuTTY software. So in PuTTY, what are the details we fill? Anybody? See, there are 3 to 4 things we fill in the PuTTY software, right? Whenever we connect. Do you remember? You can keep it in chat also. Are you able to understand up to here or not? I'm not getting idea whether you all are understanding or not. You are understanding the term SSH here or not?
Yes, sir.
So do you remember that what are the things we fill in the PuTTY? We fill the username, we fill the IP, we fill the private key, right? So exact same thing we have to do it here also. So take an example, our SSH server name, we are going to give as Jenkins SSH, something like that. Host name, in the host name is nothing, just the IP address. So you have to come to the EC2 machine, okay? And you have to hit the IP address of which machine? Jenkins web server one, okay? In which our website is running. So I'll simply copy this private IP. Okay, just give the private IP. No need to give the public IP. Okay, so that you have to paste it. What is the username I created inside that machine? So if you remember, Jenkins web was the username I created here. Okay, inside this machine, I created a user with the name Jenkins web. That's why I'm writing here the username Jenkins web. Remote directory, just give it slash, nothing else. And click on advanced section. Click on use password authentication and write the password. If you remember, I set a password to that particular Jenkins web user using the command user add Jenkins password Jenkins web. Okay, so you have to, whatever the password you set it, that you have to write it. If the password is correct, if the private IP is correct, username is correct. So when you will be come down and you will click on test configuration, it is going to give the success. That means Jenkins is able to reach to that particular web server machine, EC2 instance, okay, with the help of the SSH protocol. If I'll give here something wrong password, okay, so you'll see if I do test configuration, it is going to fail because with the wrong password, they are not able to connect. Okay, when you give the correct password, correct username, then only they are going to connect. So again, I deleted the wrong password part. I'll do test configuration. Again, it is going to be success. Once it is success, simply click on apply and save. So what are the field I filled here? Just give a name of SSH server, anything you can give, host name, username, remote directory slash, use password authentication, give the password, come down, click on test configuration. If it is success coming, simply click on apply and click on save. That's all. Once you've done this, then you are ready. You already configured everything. Okay. These all are the steps what we done till now. We already detailed here. Now you have to go to the new item. And in the new item, you can see that this is for the web server deployment. Something like this. It will be a freestyle project. Click on OK. This description we can write like anything. This is web server job. Okay. Come down. The first thing what we have to tell to this Jenkins is Jenkins, you have to take the code. Okay. So Jenkins will ask that from which location I have to take the code. So if I click here Git, okay, so they are going to ask for the repository URL. So this is the repository URL that you have to paste it. In your case, what you will be going to do is you will come to this location. Okay, in my repository, link is already given in that document. Simply fork this repository. So that repository clone will be created in your personal account. Then from there, you can copy this code, whatever the code will be generated for you. Just the username will be get changed in your case after forking. So just copy that and simply paste it here in this repository URL section. If you press enter, you'll see that failed to connect repository it is coming. Why this error is coming? Because if you remember in our Jenkins machine, we did not install the Git software. Okay. So what you have to do is you have to go to the Jenkins machine. This is our Jenkins machine. Okay. So simply I'm restarting this session. And here you have to do only one thing. So those switch user root. Okay. And whenever you are installing the Jenkins in the starting, okay, that time only try to install the Git also. Okay, so you don't have to do it again. So simply hit the command call yum install Git. So in whichever EC2 instance you are installing the Jenkins, in the same EC2 instance, you have to install the Git also. Okay. Once the Git is installed, again I will click here outside. Okay, you will see this time the error is gone. So just give me a second. Okay. Okay, it will go in sometime. So no issue for time. Or let me just refresh this page. Okay. Okay. I'm adding a repository again. That's all. Yes, that time that error is gone now. Okay. So once you install the Git software in the Jenkins machine, that error will be gone. Now, after doing this, you'll see that they are asking for the branch. If you come here, so currently which branch we are in the main branch, not the master. So I will just edit this part in place of master. I will write it main. I will say that Jenkins, you have to go to this location, copy the code from the main branch. Okay. And then after copying the code, what you have to do is click on add build step and say that I want to send our files, right? Basically, what I want to do is I want to take this code and I want to send it to which machine? In this machine, right? Where this code is running. Basically, this particular EC2 instance. Okay. Here I want that this code should be moved it at this location. So I'm simply saying that what you have to do is you have to send files over SSH protocol. So they will say that there is already a SSH server you created with the name Jenkins SSH. Just now I created, right, in the configure system. So from there, they are taking the name and they are saying, just can you tell me which file I have to copy there? So I will say that there is a file with the name index.html that you have to copy. Okay. And from where they will get this file? They will get this file from this location, index.html. And again, they will ask us that at which location I will be pasting. So I will say that you have to paste it inside this location /var/www/html/. Okay. So they will copy this index.html from the GitHub and they will paste it inside this machine. Okay, at this location /var/www/html. How? With the help of this SSH server, in which I already given the username, password, IP address, everything we already provided. So they will go there and they will paste it. That's all. Simply click on apply and save. So once that entire thing so we set up, so Jenkins work is they will go to the GitHub, they will clone the repository, they will take the code index.html, they will log into the SSH server machine. Okay. And one more thing we forgot, just go to the configure section one more time. And when I was doing this setup, just go in the advanced section and click here verbose output in the console. It is going to give detailed output, how Jenkins is performing the operation. So just tick this. Even if you not tick this, everything is going to work perfectly fine. Just to see the detailed output, just select this. Again, click on apply and save. Now let me connect to this machine again. Currently it is in the inactive state. And we start it. Sudo user root cd/was/www/html. Okay, so at this location currently index.php file is there. Now see what I'm going to do. I'm just clicking here build now. And currently see what is the website content. If I'll refresh this, this is our website content. I have to just click here build now and see what is going to happen. They started to build. If I'll go in #1 console output, see what they done. They say that first I went to this repository, okay, and I cloned that repository. Once I cloned that repository, then what I done was I checked that there is a file called index.html. I connected to that particular IP with the help of the Jenkins SSH server with the username Jenkins web, with the host name this one and port this one, because you all given this information to me. And then I went to this location cd/var www/html. Okay. And then after going to that location, what I done is whatever the index.html file I got, that I put there. And since I transferred the file, so that's why I'm saying the information as success. How you can verify that file is copied? So simply come here, do ls index.html page came here. If I do here cat index.html, you'll see the exact same content, whatever written there in the GitHub site that is coming. And since the index.html page is pasted here, so if somebody will refresh this page, it is going to show the latest content. So this content is visible from here. Okay. Then what is the benefit? I done so many works here, right? The benefit is if somebody is going to change the code, okay, like if I'm going in this index.html and if I'm changing the color, okay, I want to change the color from this powder blue to orange. Okay, so what I can do is I'll simply come here and I will edit this orange. I'm doing the changes in the GitHub, that's all. And I will simply say commit changes. Once I'll commit this code, latest code is updated here. Currently, still it is showing the previous code only, even if I'll refresh. You have to come to the Jenkins, okay, go to our job, that job we created for the web server deployment, and simply click here build now. That's all. Once you click on build now, they are going to take the latest code from the GitHub. They will paste that code, okay, and once they coming as success here, okay, so you'll just refresh this page. You'll be able to see the latest content. Okay, so from now on, it is so simple. This is the one-time process, but from now on, whenever developer will change the code, it is directly going to be published here. Okay, just I have to come in the Jenkins and I have to click on build now. Is it making sense to all of them? This one, whatever we done till now. Yes or no? Is it making sense to all of you up to here? So try to do up to here, okay, by seeing the document, okay. Tomorrow I will be going to show you. Currently, whenever we are doing the changes here, okay, I'm changing the color something. So I have to manually come in the GitHub and I have to manually click on the build now button. Okay, then only it is working. That content is visible here, right? But tomorrow I'll be going to show you that I'll be just changing the code here and I don't have to come to the Jenkins to click on build now. Automatically, that code is going to be published here. Okay, how that we'll see tomorrow. And after doing this practical, don't terminate the instance. Just keep these two instances, whatever we created today. Okay, simply stop that. That's all. Again, tomorrow you'll be starting this and you'll be doing the practical like that way. Okay, so just keep that in mind and try to do it parallelly. Okay, like after classes, get some time, half an hour something, and complete this practical up to there. Everything is screenshot is there. Okay, so that's all from my side for today. Tomorrow we'll continue with this next topic. Yeah.